Hi, it's Ka. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to give a new life to my handmade garments that no longer fit me. I think this is a perfect project for body changes and to prolong the life of the fabric. This dress is the perfect dress, a free pattern made by Rosary Apparel. The sleeves are too tight for me. There are some stains, and I decided to cut it and turn it into a wrapped skirt. I cut the bodice from the skirt and I unpicked the invisible zipper because it's still good. You don't need a pattern to make this skirt, but if you have a basic skirt block or any skirt pattern, you can use it. I suggest cutting a rectangle with the desired width for your skirt. Mine is 53 cm wide and a length of 150 cm. For the waist tie, cut twice the circumference of your waist and the desired width. I cut mine at 8 cm. I measured the fabric on my body to find where the side seams were. I made small notches to cut the back skirt and the two front skirt panels. For the front skirt, I cut two opposite pieces that go from the side seams to the middle of my tights. I cut many straps from my dress to make this long strap. As this piece was a dress, I don't need to make the hem of the skirt. For the waist darts, I just need to fold the back skirt in half, mark it with a tailor chalk or use a pin. Then fold the sides to the middle and mark again. For my back waist darts, I marked 3 cm in width and 10 cm in length. For the front waist darts, I folded the panel in half and marked the middle. Then folded the sides to the middle and mark again. I used the same width and just changed the length to 12 centimeters. The bottom panel will be longer than the top panel. I will make a 1 cm hem for the sides of this front skirt. After that, I just pinned the front skirt panel to the sides of the back skirt. I started sewing the darts. I like to leave a long thread to manually tie the ends of the darts, as it doesn't leave a bulky seam. Then I sewed the side seams to attach the front to the back skirt. And the side seams of the front skirt. I pressed it really well and tried on the skirt. The back skirt was wider than I wanted, so I cut the excess fabric and sewed the sides again. If this happens to you, you might need to remake and move the waist darts and center them. I like to finish the seams with an overlock stitch, but you can use a zigzag stitch. Press all the darts in the seams well. Now it's time to make the waist tie. I prepared the waist tie by sewing the ends with the right sides together. I folded the edge in half lengthwise and press it. Do the same with the other edge. I reopened the waist tie, folded all the side edges by 1 cm and press it. Do the same with the other side. Pin the waist tie edges and fold it in half to find the center of the waist tie. I used a pin to mark it. Now I just need to find the center of my skirt and mark it. With the right sides together, place the center of the waist tie with the center of the skirt. I want my waist tie to be longer on the left side, so I marked 25 centimeters to the right side. And this is my new center point. I opened the folded edge of the waist tie and pinned it to the center of the skirt. Then I pinned the rest of the waist tie. Sew the waist tie edges in the skirt with a 1 cm seam allowance. I like to finish the seams with an overlock stitch, but you can use a zigzag stitch. I pressed the seams cut the corner of the waist tie edges. Then I turn it right side out. Folded the side edges by 1 cm. and press the entire waist tie in half. When you reach the side of the skirt, make sure to fold the waist tie right on the seam. Because when you top stitch it, the seams will match. Pin it to make sure nothing moves. And do the same process with the rest of the waist tie. Top stitch all the waist tie. I like to sew close to the edge. And I pressed the skirt. If you want, you can make a buttonhole in the side seam on the right side of the skirt to pass the strap through, which will go around the back and tie on the left side. Make the buttonhole a bit smaller than the width of the waist tie. Open the buttonhole and press it. And this is the wrap skirt finish. I would love to know what you think about this project. Thank you, see you in the next video.